I was constantly insecure and dealt with a lot of social anxiety because I was always wanting to do what other people were doing. What's up? Quazi here, and in this video, I want to share with you how to make the right decision all the time. As we go about our daily lives, we're always faced with the task of making a decision, choosing one over the other. Even when you go into the shop and you want to buy a bottle of wine, you're just like, well, do I want red wine today or white wine? And it could be as little as that, or it could be as big as, oh my God, do I want to go into that job or that job? Do I want to stay in this country or move out? And you're getting a lot of these decisions every single day. And I want to share with you how you can always make the right decision and be certain of it. So before I begin, let me share with you a personal story of mine. As I was a child growing up, I was faced with this daunting challenge of making a decision, and I would never know how to make the right decision. And when I was at that age, all of my friends would be doing one thing, and I would think that that's the right thing to do. If someone gets the new iPhone, I want my mom and my dad to get me the new iPhone. And I would cry about it, it would cause me a lot of conflict. And I just remember that I was constantly insecure and dealt with a lot of social anxiety because I was always wanting to do what other people were doing. I wasn't walking my own path, but rather my decisions were influenced by what society wanted me to do. And it's kind of crazy to think about this because you may not be affected by it as much right now, but you might not even see how much effect it has on you right now. Because what's happening is people are thinking that, oh, I must do a 9 to 5 and then I must do this, I must do that in order to become a successful human being. And everyone paints this picture for us of what success really means. Even though we get all of these things, even though I got the job that I wanted and I landed my summer internship and I got the offer to join a job, I still wasn't somehow satisfied. So this is when I grew up. Right now I'm just like, well, do I really want to go for this? Is this really what I want to do with my life? Somehow the mind tells me that I want to do it, but the heart says no. So I want to share with you how you can adhere to 3 simple principles to always make the right decision for yourself. So let's go back to the example of me joining a job, even though that's not what I want to do. If I were to do this, I would probably be chronically unhappy for the rest of my life, or however long I choose to do it. I hope it's not the rest. But if I were to instead do what I love to do, like make these videos, share what I know about the law of attraction, help other people, what I'm passionate about, sharing my knowledge and helping people do the same, create the same things in their lives, that's what I'm really passionate about. And the difference between doing the job, doing what you think is right versus doing what is actually right, just depends on this simple principle of always aligning to the heart. So whenever you make a decision, and this is the first principle to adhere to, before you make any sort of decision in your life, always go within and consult with yourself. What feels right? So you will always know the right decision from the wrong decision based on what your heart says and not what your mind says. There is the mind and then there's the heart. The mind will always rationalize and tell you, oh no, you can't do this, and then, oh, you should do that. But the heart always knows what the right thing to do is. For example, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was at the wine store picking out wine for my girlfriend. And I was thinking, what is she in the mood for today? She usually likes red, so should I get red? I don't know. And then I was just in a rut for the next 5 to 10 minutes. What should I pick out? And then I realized that I remember this principle of aligning to the heart before making any sort of decision. Once I did that, I just stopped and I thought, what feels right? What is the first thing I should do? And then I saw that my hand just reached for the white wine without even thinking about it. So the key thing here is you must go into your intuition and stop thinking about it. If you want to make these little decisions like what sort of clothing should I wear? What should I do? Because we get bombarded with these decisions. And there is a decision-making fatigue that people get on a day-to-day basis. Like, what should I wear to work today? Just do the first thing that feels right. Grab it and that just do the first thing that feels right. So the second principle is whatever decision you make, always stick to it. No matter what, stick to it. Whatever decision you've just made, stick to it at least for a period of 6 to 8 weeks or 3 to 4 months, whatever decision it may be. Give yourself some time to really get used to that decision, because a lot of us make a decision and then change our minds really quickly, and nothing's worse than doing that. So if I were to, I don't know, let's say I were to invest some money in a stock and it didn't give me returns overnight, do I just cash out? No, because it takes some time. And the eighth wonder of the world is compound effect. And time is the only reason where you would get compound effects. So whatever you do, just stick to it. If you make a decision to become an entrepreneur, stick to it at least for a period of a year. See how much results you get. Don't just be quick to say, no, you know what? I've done enough, I've failed. Failure is only when you decide it's a failure. Otherwise, it's just a stepping stone to success. So whenever you decide that you've failed. Whenever you decide to give up, you've failed. That's basically it. So the second principle to making a good decision is to always stick to your decision no matter what, until you've had sufficient feedback to say that, you know what, this isn't the right decision for you. First of all, always align with your heart when you're making decisions, because the heart always knows what's right for you. The mind will always rationalize. The mind will tell you, oh no, that's too expensive, you shouldn't buy that. But then if you don't buy it and you buy something else to compensate, then you'll be chronically unhappy for the rest of your life, or the rest of however long you choose to wear that article of clothing or whatever it may be. So mind will always rationalize, heart always knows what the right thing to do is. But the best form of decision you can make is when both the mind and the heart are in unity. So the best decision is made when both your mind agrees that this is a good decision and the heart agrees if this is a good decision. But if that doesn't happen, and what usually happens is that the mind will disagree because the mind has been taught to think a certain way based on societal conditioning, and therefore it just doesn't like certain decisions you're making based on how it's been programmed this whole time. That's why we work on reprogramming ourselves in identity shifting. So always align to the heart, if anything. And the second principle is to, whatever decision you make, stick with it for a period of time until you get sufficient feedback that it is the right decision or it is the wrong decision. And if it was the wrong decision, at least you've had a learning point. So there is never really a wrong decision. So that's the frame of mind that's the best to adopt. That, okay, this didn't work, at least I learned now what is going to work. And in that very way, you create your own good fortune, just like I've stated in this video up here. So the third and final way to always make the right decision is to ask yourself, who is the person I want to become? And this is a very deep identity shifting principle, because we know that the most profound changes in a person's life comes from becoming a new person or shifting your self-image. So ask yourself who you're trying to become with this decision, and what would your higher self do? So before making any sort of YouTube thumbnail or YouTube title for my videos, what I do is I consult my higher self. Like, what would Quazi, who has a lot of subscribers, title this video? And this was a very powerful principle shared with me by one of my friends, and I've started to use it recently, and I've gotten a lot of great results. So always consult with yourself. What is the person, my higher self, what would he or she do? And once you do that, you'll find that you'll always be in alignment with the person you are wishing to become, and the decision that you make will align with that path of life that you're willing to pursue. And in these three ways, you can always make the right decisions that'll always benefit you. So with that in mind, thanks for watching this video, and I sincerely hope it helped you. And if it did help you, please share it with a friend who you think may benefit from it as well. And I'm growing a massive Facebook group where we'll be sharing all of these techniques and also helping you diagnose your law of attraction errors or practices if you'd like, because I too was there when I was practicing the law of attraction and didn't know what to do, if I was doing things right. So click on the link below to join and we're growing a massive group there. We have around 600 members and still growing. So we'll be really excited to have you there. Also, I'm excited to announce that the Reality Mastery Program has one day, just one more day left for a free consult. So if you're interested, click on the link below to sign up for a free consult. And what this program is basically a really advanced method of the law of attraction. So I was there when I was practicing the law of attraction, doing all of these techniques, what to do, and not understanding the principles behind the law of attraction. You see, the highest paradigm in manifestation to come from is the paradigm of being. And once you focus on becoming and being the person who gets the things that would subsequently be attracted to that person, then your goals and your dreams become irrefutable standards. Because in life, you will never achieve your highest dreams, but will fight like hell not to breach your standards. So, with that in mind, the Identity Shifting Program is a 6-week program where we go strategically to turn you into the person you would like to be. So basically embody the version of yourself that you would like to be and the version of yourself that attracts subsequently the reality you would like to attract. Coming from the highest paradigm of all, the being paradigm. Not the having paradigm, not the doing paradigm, but the being paradigm. So, with that in mind, please sign up for the free consult so we can see that you're a good fit. We're only working with people that we can guarantee a good result. And if you're a good fit, we'll be working with you. So sign up for the free consult in the link in the description below. And I hope I see you there. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.